Hey everyone, it's Vision. We all love John Wick. The speed, precision, gun fu, and of course, Keanu himself, one of the most honest people in all of Hollywood. 4 movies, all started from just someone taking away the last gift from his deceased wife. They murders his young puppy. It is a simple, straightforward, action packed movie that doesn't give the main character 100 rounds in a 17-round magazine. But you already know that. Only if there was a game that can give you just a hint of feeling like John Wick. Scrolling on Steam, though, I came across a game called Suit for Hire, and it definitely gives the John Wick feeling. It is a fast paced action game that places you either in a top down or third person gameplay that you can choose, that forces you to watch your limited ammo while enemies continually come and push you. Each shot matters as you play and understand the mechanics. You go from a slow, clunky gameplay to a flow state, getting full suits, executions, and definitely feeling like John Wick. There really is no story to the game. The creators went straight into creating solid gameplay. You are an assassin. You get a gun, you take out some targets, and you get out of there. You can shoot, punch, kick, parry, dodge, and dive. Every move you need to feel like an assassin, just like John Wick. The biggest change in gameplay for this game is swapping between the top-down and third-person. Both give you a completely different style of game. The top-down is a chill, precise, quick game that rewards quick snaps to enemies' heads. You are mostly limited to what you can see on your screen, and it's honestly the original way that the game was developed to be played as. You get to see over rooms, blast through glass, curtains, and easily navigate levels. When you're on the second stories, you can easily dive off with slow-mo and nail targets down below. Similar to kind of how like Doom was, where if you just aim in a straight line, anything vertically also gets hit. Now, third-person mode is honestly the true John Wick experience for this game, but it has its drawbacks. There are levels that feels perfect to use. Enemies coming around corners, different heights, and you get to see the action up close. But there are some levels that seem like a lot. There's some roof levels that as you exit a door, you can see like 30 enemies right off the bat, and you don't really get to experience the feelings of enemies coming at you from the unknown. But the nice part is people can actually sneak up on you, and that can actually make you feel like John Wick, kind of sensing that they're behind you and parrying them and hitting a combo on them or execution. Both modes are fun, and they make you feel like you can actually chain your moves. Now, the third person does feel a bit off to me, and it feels a bit easy to continually chain your 7 shots, but it's very fun to get a full suit. Now, don't get me wrong, this game is great. I came back to it after beating it, not just for the challenges, but just to play and relax. I can always tell I like a game if I can just hop on, replay some levels, and it still feels fresh. It has a really strong gameplay and doesn't try to be everything. They focused on like the gun fu kind with pistols and your moves, comboing, and you kind of get into this flow state. The solid gameplay makes me feel like it's kind of like Helldivers 2, not in the gameplay sense, but in the kind of where the developers really focus on simple gameplay and everything else just kind of falls into place. There are additional weapons in the game that can be useful. However, it's not really the point of the game. You mainly want to go for the pistol shots. Unlike Angerfoot, another video I did, a link above, the goal is just to feel badass like John Wick, and I enjoy the process of the game more than the actual goals. Just kind of going through the levels, experimenting, just fighting everything, losing, and then trying again. But let's get back to the weapons. You have melee weapons like bats and katanas, and guns like ARs, submachine guns, semi-auto battle rifles that can even pierce shields, and of course, the best feeling gun in the game is a shotgun loaded with dragon breath shells, just like in John Wick 4. You can basically recreate that top-down scene. I do have some recommendations or adjustments that they can make, mainly in the level design. One is you start on the first floor, you gotta go to the second, you get a key, then you go back to the first, then to the basement. and there's not really green arrows like some other sections, so that's kind of inconsistent, it felt like. Or this maze like area when you're kind of going through this art gallery section. Sometimes green arrows are great, sometimes I'm just confused. But once you figure it out, it's no problem really, so probably a wash, to be honest. Now, here's some tips for when you inevitably get into this game. Aim for 7 shots in a row without missing to get your full mag automatically reloaded, and that's called the full suit. If you miss a shot, you can punch, kick enemies until there's a mark above their head. Press E and you can execute them, getting your full mag back. If you do this with a full magazine, you'll also fill your secondary magazine. There is also a special mode that you can trigger depending on the gun. For the primary pistol, it becomes like a piercing shot that can go through a bunch of enemies in a straight line. So try different guns and really experiment. I honestly just like the standard 9mm pistol, so I mainly stuck with that one. Oh, and there's this really cool mission that when I slowly realized what this map is, first I thought it was, hey, this is really familiar. And as I pushed in, I realized, oh, I gotta plant a bomb on B on Dust 2. Just a great reference. I'm a CS guy, so I just kind of love how the developers threw that in there. This is a great, simple, fun, enjoy yourself game. Feel like John Wick. If you're a fan, you're probably gonna get it. If you like being a badass with a pistol, I get it. Support the indie devs for this game. It's just a really solid game. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I made a similar video to this of Angerfoot. I really like that game too. I kind of like these quick games. You hop in, you fight some roguelike enemies, and you hop out. Stay tuned for my next video that's coming up. It's going to be on Metal Gear Solid 3 if you're interested. Have a good one. Peace.